Hey guys, so today is the final day. Today's assignment is going to be pretty long, so I'm giving you a little bit over a week to get it done because I really want you to sit and think and craft your story, your Beachbody story. And I want you to really think about how it can impact people, and I want you to really dig deep. With that in mind, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about other people and their responses to your story and the fear that we all have of rejection or people judging us or whatever. So a little fun fact is that 10% of all people who come in contact with you don't like you. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to change their mind. They just don't like you. There's a saying that I really love, and I share it in my challenge groups a lot, and it's, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach, but there's still going to be someone that doesn't like peaches. And it's so true. So instead of focusing on those 10% of those people that don't like you, which we all do, you need to focus on the 90% who love you and care about you. This was a really hard lesson for me to learn. It took me a very long time to learn it, and I think that my business suffered because of it, because it took me a long time before I could break out of my shell enough to really go for it. I've always been somebody that was kind of too cool for school. I use my sarcasm as a defense mechanism. I know all this about myself. It doesn't stop me from defaulting to it though. So I was really concerned about coming off as salesy and people being like, this girl's telling me about losing weight. Look at her. Are you kidding me? So I really needed to realize that this is social media. My actual friends and family and the people that I love, they will support me. Those that don't, they don't really matter anyway. I was giving them so much power by letting them dictate what I put out there. It was almost like they were censoring me. Whenever I'd post, I wouldn't post with the thought of who I could reach. It was with the thought of, oh, is so-and-so going to make fun of this? Is so-and-so going to talk about this with her friends? And then I realized that I wouldn't take advice from these people about what shampoo to buy. So why in the world am I letting them dictate my business, my joy? For what? It's just giving them so much power. So you need to develop a thick skin because people can really be cruel, especially when they're hiding behind a keyboard. People really like to say, oh, Beachbody's a scam. I've heard, you don't even look like you lost weight. I look better than you do, so what can you teach me? Anyway, I've had some really shitty things said to me by people, in random groups, nobody I actually know has really been that cruel to me, at least to my face, thankfully. I'm sure they've said it behind my back, but not to my face, because I think it would be harder for me to get over that. A stranger, I'm kind of just wow, you're a really cool telephone tough guy. But it doesn't matter. These people, anyone that would take time out of their day to say something hurtful to you over a computer is a huge loser anyway. I mean, really, giving them any credence is ridiculous. So when you want to share something deep with people, you need to forget that there are these mean people out there, because it doesn't matter what they say. You need to focus on the people who will be inspired by you and who do care and who need you. I mean, there are people that need you. They're looking for you because they saw my video and they didn't care about my video. I didn't resonate with them. They're looking for you because everybody connects with somebody else for a different reason. So you need to seriously develop a thick skin, and this is going to come into play today with the assignment. What I'm going to ask you to do is I am going to ask you to videotape your story, your whole Beachbody story, the whole big shebang from beginning to end, and then I'm going to ask you to share it in the group. I know that's so scary for some of you, for two reasons, because it's a video and it's your whole story for everybody to share, but I promise you that this is the best practice you will get, because we're a safe place. You know that we love and care about you, and we just want the best for you. So here's your practice. You don't need a thick skin with us, but it's good to have one anyway. You need to get comfortably uncomfortable sharing your story, because that will help thicken your skin. Just share how you're learning from everything. Nobody's perfect. I mean, after that, you'll eventually go live with your story. But first things first, the assignment is to craft your story. You have over a week to do it, and I want it in video form. If you believe that your story matters, that you can make an impact on one person's life, it will shine through in your story. Speak as though you're speaking to that one person, because we all have that one person that in our demographic that we know that they would just let us. We could help them. Speak to that person when telling your story, because it will just help you. It'll put your mind at ease, but it will also come across as more conversational and not as more of a lecture. When you start sharing your story, like with the world, be intentional about it. Think about where you're putting it and how to share it, because the ways of sharing it are different. Like I said before, Facebook groups would be a longer post. Your status update would be, breadcrumbing it. A video, perhaps, randomly, face-to-face is a whole different animal. Obviously, that's the easiest because of social cues. But you guys are all awesome, and I am so excited to hear your stories. Once they're done, we will set up one-on-one calls, and we will, go over where we can tweak it a little bit. I also would like a written version of your story, so if you want to write it out first and then read it, that's easier for you. That's probably the easiest way to do it. I'm really excited to hear all this, and thank you so much for being a part of this, and I hope you found it helpful. Have a good night.